Woo! Let's go. So today was good. Today I showed a lot of discipline compared to yesterday. Let me drag over the P&L. Yesterday I had a problem with discipline. I don't know if you guys watched it yesterday. I was revenge trading. Like I think I made around 200 in the first like 5 minutes of the day. Or maybe it was 10 or 20, but slowly throughout the course of the morning, like over the next hour and a half, I went from 150 to 200 to like 150 to 100 to 50, and then eventually 400 in the red, or 300 in the red, whatever it was. It was not acceptable. Like I shouldn't be falling victim to my emotions while I trade like that, even though it's frustrating, even though, you know, it happens because of emotions like fear and greed. Like I was afraid, so like the fear of a loss, so I held on to stuff. Actually, I didn't hold on to stuff for too long. I just got kind of pissed off that I traded away some of my profits, and then it just got worse. So today I wanted to show some like ultra discipline, and that's exactly what I did. Unfortunately, I left, I'll say around, you know, 200 or 100 at least on the table, and I could have had more, but I'd rather be on the conservative side and missing setups than taking too many and being a unprofitable trader, losing money, which is what I was before. So I would make a lot of money. There was a day I actually made 1,700 day trading within half an hour or so in the morning, and then giving it all back and closing the day like 400 in the red. It was not acceptable, but that was a while ago. That was a long time ago-ish, a couple months ago. I've learned a lot since then, mostly how important risk management is. You have to protect your profits later on, and if you're a trader that thinks about potential gains, then you should try and shift your focus to potential losses, because a gambler thinks about how much profit they can make, and I think a true trader keeps in mind how much they could, you know, lose instead. So yeah, let's get into what happened today. So I have the video here. I forgot that I didn't start the video. I got into this trade pre-market. So Pixie was one of the only ones that looked really good. Pixie, where is it here? Pixie, everything else was like way too high of like float or share. Oh, you can't see this. Okay, so the shares outstanding and the float for a lot of these names, they were like 74 million, 150 million. Zsan had a really low float, around a million or 1.4 million, but it was 22 bucks. So I couldn't really trade it. I couldn't even take 100 shares because I think I have like around 2 grand in the account, so I couldn't even take 100 shares. So the next one down, these are all like 50 million shares. And the best looking one, in combination with a really good looking daily chart, was Pixie. So I saw the flag starting to pop up, and I actually got in pre-market. I was going to get in earlier because I'm really hesitant about trading pre-market, but instead I got in with 300 shares, not even my max size, at 427 price, at 926, almost 927. So pre-market. So let's watch what happens. So it starts to pop up a little bit pre-market. Then right before the bell, it dips. Okay, so the bell just rang. I just had such a good feeling this would surge. So it surges up. I try and get the fill early. Man, I sold this way too early. So I sold it at 33. I guess I didn't give it time to open up. I should have taken into account this market is really, really, really strong recently. Now, you can see on the daily there's a lot of resistance around the $0.50. So that's why I guess it caught a lot of resistance at the $0.50. And maybe sometimes, well, definitely sometimes this would not follow through and it would just be a shit trade. So I should have gotten out when I did. So I only made 23 bucks That's like what? So I guess I added at 29 and then was selling in the 30s. So let's say an average of like 8 cents or something on 300 shares. That kind of makes sense for a $23 profit. So, and then once it comes back up, I should have been quicker to get back in as it surged back over the highs of 45. Because once it did, let's just watch it here for a second. Oh, that is exactly what I did. So the $50 coming around. See, I got out because I was scared that it was meeting so much resistance. But, you know, sure enough, give it a couple seconds. Where is it here? Actually, sorry, it comes back down first. I had someone watching me trade this morning, so I don't know if that made me trade differently, or like normally I would get in over this recent high, so I think 48, and then as it comes through 448, or I guess 449 in this case. Oh wow, it was actually a 1 minute setup. Sorry, just give it a second here. The candle's about to form. So it's coming back up. I should have gotten in at 44. 47 is where I should have gotten in. Oh, okay. So, man, I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting exactly what I did. So I got in for that move and then I sold. You can see it pushed all the way up to the 60s and 70s. So I left money on the table. Maybe I should have let 100 shares ride of the 300 that I bought, knowing that the market has been so strong recently and there's been so much momentum. But I can't really complain. There was no pullback here. I mean, you could have scalped the new highs. So over 70, over 470 here would be a new high, right? So sure, you could have gotten in here at 70 for the break, and then as it broke through, we'll see what happened here. Sorry, just give it a second. So it breaks through 75. Long story short, it eventually goes up to like close to 90 on the same candle. So it's just, I don't know. I didn't chase it, and I forced discipline. So I suppose that's good. It just kept making new highs. Like this is kind of fast forwarded here. You can see up here as it passes through the whole dollar, and the whole dollar gets bought up. There's a huge seller here. So 22,000 shares, 21, 9,000 shares. So instantly up to 514. So that's crazy. I don't know if I would have gotten any of these fills. I don't know if I would have gotten in, but I should have traded this more actively. But that's fine. It had another good 1 minute setup here. I actually believe I got in for this one. Yeah, I did. So the high was 507, I think, 508. So the second I saw that, I tried to get in. I got filled at 510. Got out at 514. That's not bad. Not bad at all. See, a lot of the times, well, maybe not a lot of the times, but there's a decent amount of times where this would be the end of the move. You know, it'll get rejected from here. So selling past the target is fine. So again, that was okay. It eventually breaks through this whole thing, breaks through this resistance. So the most recent high, I think, was 515, 14, 15, 29. It jumps like 20 cents, like 400 shares. That could have been another $80 or something. So, like I said, I left money on the table, but it's okay. Did I take a trade? So I took a really quick trade on DXR. It popped up on high volume. So I was scalping the new high, which was not the first 1 minute candle to make a new high. It was just simply the first. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure the streaming thing is okay here. For the recording, it's fine. So over 850 would be just the new high of day. So I was trying to... Well, I just noticed that when I hit the spacebar there, when I was checking if the recording was okay, hitting spacebar actually stopped the recording. So I'm going to try and pick up or whatever from where I was, and I was trying to explain what I was doing here on DXR. So let's go back to that trade. So I saw it popping up on huge volume. So I knew it was on people's scanners. I knew it had just hit high of day, so it was on their scanners for that reason also. And I tried to scalp this new high. So where did I get in here? I got in... Oh, we can actually just keep watching. We could, oh god, okay, that's a lot of volume. So let's try and find where we were here. So DXR. So what did I do? So it made this 850 candle, like I was saying, and then I was trying to get in over that new high. So it wasn't a new 1 minute candle to make a new high because it wasn't on its way down, it was on its way up, but I was scalping those highs, those new highs. I was just in and out. So the nature of scalping highs is pretty risky in and of itself, and also I knew that this stock itself was also pretty risky because, you know, it just popped up out of nowhere. It went from 650 to 850. I didn't know a lot about why it was up. I don't even think I saw the news. I'm looking at the news right now. They announced positive reviews on their highlighting the benefit of BVA use. Whatever. It's a pharmaceutical company that came out with a drug. I didn't know any of this at the time, so I knew I had to get in and out fairly quick. So I tried to get in at 850, like I said. So I was watching this. So it went from 43 to 55. So I didn't have a chance to get in at 850, so I just got in at 855. Oh wow, I got filled at 41. Okay, well, I have no idea how that happened. I think someone was marketing out as I... That's so strange. Was marketing out as I was trying to get in? Bought 200. Wow, that's... Sorry, I just want to see if I can see what the hell happened there. I put my order up based on the ask, so there's a 5-cent offset so that I can actually get into the move with all of my shares. So it goes through at 60. This hasn't changed, and I get filled at 41. Like, I think I was buying just as someone was dumping under the bid. Bought 200 at 841. I don't even see a 41 order go through. Man, I don't know. Whatever. So, anyways, I get out almost immediately because I'm not going to chase this. Look at that. Look at that. Just a 50-cent drop right after I get out. So 30 cents of profit almost at 28. So that ended up with only 200 shares. That's it. So $1,600 investment, 200 shares. And that was 55 bucks, 54 bucks with commissions included. So if that was, 1,000 shares, let's say I somehow got filled with 1,000 and then sold with 1,000, 30 cents, 28 cents is 270, 280 bucks. That's pretty good. So that was good. I can't remember what I didn't talk about in the original video. I had some more trades on Pixie here. The best one, I'm not sure if I showed this yet, so I'll just quickly show it again, was this one for the new 5-minute candle to make a new high. I got in early with half position with a 10-cent stop loss from 506 to the low of 496. And then as it started to come back up, I added 100 more shares for the break of this 5-minute candle because I know that things are really strong right now. So I know that the first 5-minute setup is most likely going to work, or at least more so than usual. So anyways, what I did was through the push, I got a couple fills on the way out, 524, 527. I didn't know if I should hold on for high of day and then a continuous push because I don't know. I like with 200 shares, it's hard to take profit at certain targets without, eliminating half of your shares, because I only have buttons to sell in increments of 100, and if I only have 200 shares, I have to sell half of the position and the other half. So whatever, I mean, that's fine. So yeah, I missed a couple scalps. I could have had more money, but I'm not gonna complain because a lot of these candles look kind of gross. Like they go up, they sell off. They break through, they sell off. First 1 minute candle breaks through, sells off, or the next candle sold off. Even on that 5 minute setup right there, it went up, sold off. It ended up going back up, but then it came right back down, and then all the way back up, and then sold off. It's just crazy. So I'm trying to figure out if maybe I should have held on longer, or if that was fine. And I think as I use more shares, like let's say 800 shares, I'll sell up to 500 or 600 and let 200 get stopped out by an exit indicator. And then if it keeps going, I can capture part of that move. And then if not, I get stopped out, and that's fine because I still have a winner. Because on 500 or 600 shares that I sold, I made a certain amount of money, like 20 cents per share or something. So that was good. That was very, very good. I wrote down what I made: 135, 173. That is right here. 35, 173. I traded DXR and Pixie, and there was great trading. I left like money on the table. Let's say it was 100, like whatever. I don't really care what it was. I could have gone either way, but the market signals were showing me strength, so maybe I should have held on longer. I won't ramble on too much about that, but I think when I use more shares, it'll be easier too to hold on to more shares and let a couple hundred of them ride, and then lock in like 6 of the 800, like I said. So I'm not upset. I needed to focus on discipline today, and that's exactly what I did. I'm trying to get away from this red day. Next week, let's have a full green week. Let's do it. I think I've done it twice before. I had a 14-day green streak, I believe. So yeah, there must have been 2 straight weeks in there, obviously. Let's do it. What a great end to the week. Start to the weekend. Everybody have a great weekend, sorry. And I think this means that the momentum is back in the market. So let's have an amazing next week. And sorry, someone's texting me here. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm filming a video. I'm trying to upload stuff to YouTube. Get out of here. So sorry. Everyone have a great weekend. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on Monday.